Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm talking about some books that I've started and I haven't finished yet. If you've been subscribed to me for a long time, you know that I don't really ever DNF books, and whenever I start a book, I read it in one sitting, which is usually the case, and I feel like I'm like that with 95% of what I read. But there are some books that I do start and I don't finish. I don't know if any of you are like this, but sometimes I don't really know what I'm in the mood to read, so I'll just pick up something and try to read it, and then I'll just end up putting it down because I can't focus or I'm not in the mood to read that specific book. I often do that when I'm bored and I don't know what to do and I feel like I should be reading, so I try to read something and then I just realize it's not working. In total, I have 50 books that I've started and haven't finished. I'm only going to talk about maybe 10. There are a few that I'm going to mention that I probably will DNF, but I just thought I would mention them anyways. I probably won't go into a lot of detail of what each book is about because I personally don't like to go into books knowing a lot, and obviously because I haven't finished these books, I don't really know what they're about either. Most of them I've read over 30 pages, so I do know a little bit, but eventually I would love to finish these books, so I don't really want to know a lot about what they are. If there are any books on this list that you think I should just forget about and not pick back up, let me know, and let me know which book I really should try to pick up next. Okay, enough of the intro, let's get into all of the books. So the first one is Devious Lies by Parker S. Huntington. This is a huge book. It's over 500 pages. I've only read 160 pages of it, and I just wasn't in the mood for it. And I have read another book by this author that I didn't love, but I wanted to give the author another shot, and I know so many people had given this one 5 stars and everybody was loving it, and I thought I would try it. It's a little bit of a dark romance, but not really. It's more enemies to lovers, really slow burn. I think it's kind of about revenge. I don't know. I know everybody loves this book. I just think because it's so long, I'm scared that I'll invest so much time and I won't actually end up enjoying it. The next one is The Bombshell Effect by Carla Sorensen. This I actually started last year sometime, and I mentioned it in my 10 books I need to read before the end of the year, I think. And clearly I didn't read it by the end of 2019. So I definitely need to get to this. I'm actually pretty far into it. I'm 130 pages in. I think it's almost 300 pages. I'm almost done. I don't know why I stopped. I think I just wasn't in the mood, and then I had put it down, and then I tried to pick it back up, and then I put it down again. And this, I think, is a sports romance from what I remember, and I think it's about a single dad. And I don't know, I do this thing where I think I'm in the mood for dark romance, and then I'm not. And then sometimes I think oh, I just want to read a light contemporary, but then I actually need something dark. So I feel that's what happened with this, is that it was really cute and light, and I just wasn't in that mind frame, I guess. The next one is The Guy on the Right by Kate Stewart. Everybody loves this book and the series, and I haven't really gotten into it for some reason. I read 78 pages, and I think the writing style just wasn't for me. I still want to give this one an actual try and try to finish it. And this is a college friends to lovers romance. The next one is The Silver Swan by Amo Jones. This I think I'm actually going to DNF. I read 50 pages, and reverse harem is just honestly not for me. I just don't enjoy it for some reason. And this is reverse harem. It's a high school, new adults bully romance. I usually love bully romances, but I don't like them when they're reverse harem or when they have a huge crime and family drama element, and this does. I know everybody really enjoys this book and this series, but I think for me, when it comes to high school new adult bully romances, I often don't like them because they're really, really like immature, and like I understand the characters are still in high school, but sometimes it's just like super dramatic and just like unbelievable. I like unbelievable books, some books where like plots don't really make sense, but I don't know, I have issues with bully romances sometimes, and I just don't think I'll like this one that much, so I think this is one I'm probably gonna end up DNFing. The next one I have is Crow by A. Zavarelli. I think this is part of a Mafia romance series. I know a lot of people really enjoy this book and this series, but I couldn't get into this. I didn't really enjoy the writing style. I still obviously want to give it another shot because we all know I'm a sucker for a Mafia romance or any kind of dark romance. So I am still willing to give it a full try. I have read like 54 pages of it, so I would definitely, I think, need to restart it because I don't really remember much about it, but I am still really curious about this one. The next one is The Boyfriend Bargain by Isla Madden Mills. I read Dear Ava and I really enjoyed that one, and I actually started this one like a long time ago and I only read like 50 pages. Wasn't in the mood for it, honestly. This is a new adult romance. For some reason I started it and just put it down. I don't really know. Fake It Till You Break It by Megan Brandy. I read about 85 pages of this. This is a like high school new adult romance. I think this is like fake dating, I'm pretty sure. I am curious about the author's other series, like the Brayshaw series, but I don't think I'd like it. So I decided to try this one, and again, I just couldn't get into it. I think it was the writing style, but I still want to give this one a shot because I feel like I probably won't like the other series. Basically, this whole video is just me saying that I picked it up and I put it down and I don't know why. Because it's kind of true. Like, I don't know why I haven't finished these. I guess I just wasn't in the mood, or there was just something I didn't fully love, so I just decided to put it down, I guess. Another one is Wildcat by Max Monroe. This is a sports romance. I want to read more from Max Monroe because they do have a lot of books, and I have heard pretty good things about all of them. If you have read any books by Max Monroe, let me know which ones I should read or try to give a shot. I do eventually obviously want to finish this one, but I am curious about their other books too, so I don't really know where to start because they do have quite a few books. I think I might have read one of their books, but I can't remember. And I read like 65 pages of Wildcat, by the way. Yeah, I guess I just gotta pick it back up. Another book that I started is Anchor Me by Jay Kenner. This is technically the 4th book in the Stark saga, or like the continuation. I desperately need to reread the first 3 books because I want to continue. I think Jay Kenner released like 4 other books or 3 other ones. I think I read like 20 pages and then I just had to stop because I was like, I don't remember anything, and I would just feel so much better if I reread the first 3 books. So that's what I need to do. I also feel like no one talks about the series. No one ever talks about Damien and Nikki, which I feel like is weird because they were, I feel like, pretty popular back in the day. Why does no one talk about the series? I really enjoyed this series and I definitely do want to reread it, so I need to do that. Another one that I'm definitely going to DNF is Good Gone Bad by Gianna Darling. I have read Welcome to the Dark Side, which I really liked. I haven't read the first book because I don't typically like age gaps where the woman is older than the man, so I haven't read that book. But I enjoyed the second book. I decided I would try to continue. I started this and realized I just couldn't do it because the male character has the same name as my dad. So I was just like, I can't really do this. I read like 60 pages and I was like, yeah, I don't think this is gonna happen. So sadly, I just have to DNF this one. And I guess the last one that I will talk about is Retreat by Jay Crownover. This I started when it came out back in like 2016 and I haven't finished it yet. I read 45 pages and I have tried to pick it up like twice. So this one I might just DNF, but I do kind of want to give it a third try. I have a love-hate relationship with Jake Crownover. Sometimes I really enjoy her books, sometimes I don't. I enjoyed her darker stuff. Welcome to the Point series I enjoyed, and Saints of Denver I also enjoyed, but her like straight up contemporaries I haven't really enjoyed. I do feel like I still want to try to give it a shot though. But let me know if you have read this book and what your thoughts are on it. So I think that is it for this video. If you want me to do a part 2, I will, because as I said, I have like almost 50 books that I have started and haven't finished yet. So if you want me to do a second video, I will. But again, let me know if you have read any of these books and what you think of them, if I should give them a shot, if I should just let it go. Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know some books that you have started but you haven't finished yet either. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!